welcome to Adda247. So bright morning, fresh new start for the next week. Okay. So today's session is also that important. Fresh new start. New start means what? This start is regarding this new topic, that is monetary policy. Now remember, there are two policies always which are very important: monetary and fiscal. So today we'll be covering monetary policy. Fiscal policy I have already covered in one of my earlier videos. Okay. So today's schedule will be monetary policy, meaning, second expansionary and contractionary policy, and third one is the objective questions. Remember, this monetary policy definition as well as some means what is expansionary and what is contractionary policy. This will be there for almost 3 to 4 marks. Okay, total means 4 marks is a very important concept in CIIB. So watch this video till end. Also watch the complete champion series. We have covered all the topics of important topics of CIIB for AVM and VFM. Okay, so completely follow it. So before that, I'll suggest you to download Adda247 app. Also join our Officers Adda247 YouTube channel. On this app, you'll get all the study material, video lectures, plus live classes, plus notes, plus tests. What all you want next? Okay, only that much. Okay, that much is enough for clearing CIIB. Okay, so join fast. Also, we are coming up with this June 6th crash course today itself, today morning, right? Today is Monday morning. So join this course as fast as possible at 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so join it as fast as possible. I'll come to it later. Okay, so let's start with the topic monetary policy. Monetary policy, remember one basic rule: fiscal policy is always given by the government, whereas monetary policy is always given by RBI. Remember this: monetary policy is for RBI, fiscal is for government. Okay, and there is third policy, that is called as Exim policy, that is also given by government. Okay, so we are in bank, so we are only concerned with monetary, and CIIB is also concerned with mainly monetary. Okay, so monetary policy is the process by which government, central bank or monetary authority of a country controls. Here RBI, central bank means we do here. In some countries there is nothing called as central bank. Okay, so there everything is government. But here in India we have a separate system, right? This system covers everything, means it has various departments. All these departments have their own roles. Like government has its role separately, central bank has its role separately, monetary authority, but here monetary authority over here is RBI only over here. Okay, so we have separately segregated all the roles. So what does it mean? It means that by which this government or central bank controls supply of money, availability of money, cost of money or rate of interest. Now these three are the important parts in monetary policies, and these three are the only important parts in monetary policy. Monetary policy is not concerned with anything else other than these three. Then you'll say, what about inflation? That is a part and parcel of all these. Okay, once you have a control over these three things, inflation gets in control, employment gets in control, everything else gets in control. Okay, so supply of money, availability of money, cost of money or rate of interest. Rate of interest means it's related to bank rate, repo rate and CRR. Okay, in order to attain the set objectives oriented towards the growth and stability of the economy. Main important part is growth and stability. Inflation should not be too high, unemployment should not be too high, right? Monetary theory provides insights into how to craft optimal monetary policy. Now remember this word optimal. Optimal means not far off, not too lenient. Means it's a balance between the leniency and the strictness. Okay, so this is the basic meaning of monetary policy. So what did you get from this slide? Basically, type fast. What did you get from it? One is the monetary policy is for, number one, type fast, it is supply of money, number one, right? Second one, availability of money, and third one is rate of interest. Okay, so these are the three important parts in monetary policy, and monetary policy circles around or revolves around only these three parts. Okay, Now we go to our next part of the session, that is expansionary or contractionary policy. Expansionary means what? What is expanding? Suppose if I give you a balloon and you put air into that balloon, what will happen? It will go on expanding. And if you loosen the hook or the point of that balloon, then what happens? It goes on contracting, it goes on reducing. So expansionary means this ballooning means basically expanding the balloon, right? So same thing happens in economy also. When the economy is into the expansion mode, it goes on increasing. When the economy is in contractionary mode, it will go on decreasing. So when an expansionary policy, expansionary policy increases the total supply of money in the economy. So expansionary policy will be increasing the supply of money. This is very important. Supply, how the supply of money is increased? Tell me, how will it be increased? Okay. Type fast. Which ratio will be reduced if I have to increase the supply of money? Fast. Banking. Okay, I'll give you the hint. CRR or SLR. Okay, two ratios. Supply of money, which is a common use technique by RBI to increase the money supply in the market. CRR or SLR? Type fast. Yes. Correct. Others. Only 4-5 answers I am seeing. So it is CRR. CRR is a regular tool of RBI to control the monetary policy. SLR is not that frequent. Okay. So move on. Expansionary policy increases the supply of money using CRR. Second is repo also. Yeah, those who have typed repo, that is also correct. Okay. So repo and CRR in economy, and the contractionary policy decreases the money in the money supply. So reverse is this contractionary policy. Okay. In contractionary policy, what will RBI do? It will increase the CRR rate. Okay. It will increase the repo rate. Got this point? Expansionary policy is traditionally used to combat unemployment. Means when there is an unemployment, huge unemployment. When is a huge unemployment? Have you studied my business cycles lecture? Business cycles. There are 4 phases in the business cycles. Anyone remembers? Which one? Type fast. If you have followed my lectures, type fast. Which are the 4 phases? Correct. Okay. Prosperity first, then recession, then depression, and then recovery. Again prosperity. It moves on and on. So this unemployment will be more in which term? Prosperity? No. Recession? Yes. Depression? Yes. So these 2 phases, this unemployment will be huge. So if there is huge unemployment, what will RBI do? RBI will try to reduce the CRR, reduce the repo, and go for the expansionary policy. Reversely, in contractionary policy, it has to control the inflation. This generally happens in prosperity, not recovery. It happens in prosperity mode. Okay. Huge inflation is there. Everyone is surplus with money. So inflation is huge in the market. So what RBI does? RBI reduces this increases the CRR. So it reduces the money supply in the market. So by doing that, it controls the inflation. Monetary policy is contrasted with fiscal policy. Remember, monetary and fiscal policy are totally different. Fiscal is of the government. See here, what does fiscal consist of? Which refers to government's borrowing, spending and taxation. So fiscal will only be concerned of the government. It has nothing to do with any other body. Okay. Borrowing, spending and taxation. Right. What is budget? What is my revenue? What is my expense? Okay. And whether I am in deficit or whether I am in surplus. So same thing, borrowing, spending and taxation. Okay. So now we'll go to the third phase of our lecture. That is objective questions. Before going ahead, see here, this batch, selection batch which is started today, it will have 35 plus hours of ABM BFM, mocks and ebooks, last minute preparation, recorded videos 24/7 available. Means if you miss this class, see today's class many of you might have missed because you have not joined. So for even if you miss this class, you will get the recorded videos. So join fast. Okay. Solve unlimited doubts. JAIIB June, July. This is for this coming exam. Only how many days? 15, 20, 25 days. Okay. In 25 days, whole JAIIB portion ABM BFM is completed. Okay. plus or minus 1-2 days. Okay, so that is completed. So importantly, when we are getting the full CIB course within 15, 20, 25 or 30 days max, okay, what's the harm? Use this code Y432. How to use this code? I'll show you at the end. Okay, let's go on with the objective questions. Bank rate is also referred to as, means what is bank rate? Okay, what are the three rates firstly? What are the two important rates with RBI? Repo rate and bank rate, right? Repo means what? Again, it's a, see here, both are short term, but bank rate is very short term. Bank rate is generally for 2-3 days short term money. Repo is generally for 2-3 months, okay? Because it consists of T-bills, and bank rate no T-bills, right? It's like the personal loan and the collateral loan. Means housing loan and personal loan. Housing loan is like repo and personal loan is like bank rate, okay? So bank rate is also referred to as what? Discount rate, subsidy rate, marginal rate, and none of the above. So what is the answer? Type fast. Subsidy, marginal, discount. Type fast. Which one? Yes, discount, subsidy or marginal or none of the above. You can type fourth also. So correct. Many of you have typed third, marginal. Some of you have typed this, and many of you have typed discount rate. So correct answer is correct, discount rate. Why discount rate? Because on bank rate, all the banks borrow and lend money to each other. Bank rate plus some margin of theirs always. Okay, bank rate is always kept as a benchmark rate for short term money lending. 2 days, 3 days, max to max 4 days. Okay, means if some bank is having some shortfall in clearing amount today and it doesn't have that much funds with its HO, head office, so it will borrow from other banks at bank rate plus some amount plus some rate, 0.5, 0.125, not even 0.125, it's 0.25 generally. Okay, so bank rate is a discount rate. Second, expand CRR, credit reference rate, credit reserve ratio, cash reserve ratio, and cash reserve rate. I know many of you know this, but I'll definitely be sure. See here, I'm presently getting some answers also. I'm getting some answers as fourth, cash reserve rate. So what is the correct answer? Fourth or third? Third or fourth? Definitely 1 and 2 are out because you have cleared JAIIB, that much you definitely know. So third or fourth? Which one? Cash reserve rate or cash reserve ratio? Fast, fast, fast. Yes. This is the basic. Okay, it is cash reserve ratio, correct. Third, many of you are typing this. Ratio. Next, SLR. Statutory leverage ratio. Statutory liquid ratio. And statutory liquidity rate. And static liquidity ratio. So which one? Statutory, I know many of you know statutory and liquid, you know this. So definitely will answer, your answer will be between 2 and 3. 1 and 4 are out. Okay. So statutory liquidity ratio or statutory liquidity rate. So it is correct. It's a ratio. Both CRR and SLR are ratios. Okay. Next. Expand OMO. What is OMO? Open market operations, open market organization, open monetary operations, and none of the above. Type fast. 1, 2 or 3. Definitely not 4. 1, 2 or 3. 1, 2 or 3 fast. Okay, again I'll give you the hint. 1 and 2. 3 is out. So 1 and 2 only. Which one? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Yes, it is open market operations. Okay. Remember, I'll give you something extra also over here. See this. Open market operations, RBI always controls its the monetary policy using open market operations, mainly by OMO. Okay. In OMO, RBI buys and sells the bonds. Remember, RBI buys and sells the bond. And there is one more scheme which RBI follows, or method which RBI follows, that is known as MSS. MSS is Market Stabilization Scheme, MSS, okay? Market Stabilization Scheme. In this, RBI only sells the bond, sells, okay? Sells bonds. It never buys bond in MSS, okay? This is in very extreme situations. Sometimes it is done. MSS comes into role. But OMO is a regular feature of RBI. In OMO, always secondary market is traded. It's not the primary market. Primary market is different. Under OMO, secondary markets are dealt with. Okay. And MSS is always selling the bond. Selling the bond means what? Buying the money. It's always, suppose if you sell something, you will get the money. So money is taken out from the market using MSS. And in OMO, it can be taken out, it can be inputted in the market. Both the things are there. Means in OMO, it can be contractionary policy or expansionary. But in MSS, it is always contractionary policy. Got this point? Okay. What is meant by monetary policy? The process by which Parliament controls the money supply. The process by which central bank or monetary authority controls the supply of money. The process by which international markets controls the money supply. International market, okay, I'll give you the hint. I'll write this 1, 2 or 3. Okay, 1, 2 or 3 and 4th is none of the above. Okay. So which one? 1, 2 or 3? Definitely by now you might have guessed it's 1 or 2 only. 3 is out. International market, what is it to do with this monetary policy of our country? Okay, it's always 1 or 2. By which Parliament controls or central bank controls. So in India, who is given the role to control the monetary policy? Central bank. So the process by which the central bank or the monetary authority, see this, or the monetary authority controls the economy or this supply of money is known as this monetary policy. Here, monetary policy is the process by which the monetary authority of a country, generally the central bank, controls the supply of money in the economy by its control over the interest rates in order to maintain price stability and achieve high economic growth. So both the points should be addressed, economic growth and price stability. See here, it's always a fight between these two. If I go for high economic growth, inflation increases, so price stability is not there. And if I go for price reduction, this economic growth is stopped. So always a balance is to be maintained between these two. Okay. What is the difference between real interest rate and nominal interest rate? Real, remember this, real and nominal. Okay, this concept you also have in GDP, real GDP and nominal GDP. Okay, same concept is used over here also. So what is real and nominal? Real interest rate takes into account inflation. Okay, nominal interest rates are those which apply only to borrowers and not lenders. So it is only to borrowers and not lenders. Is it so? Nominal interest rates. So what is the difference between these two? Real interest rate takes into account inflation. Does real interest rate take into account the inflation, or does nominal also take into account the inflation? What is the difference between these two? So type 1, 2, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. I'll write this 1, 2, 3 and 4. Which one is the answer? Fast. Yes, correct. Correct answer is only 1. This A, right? Or you can write this one also. Okay, you can write this A, B, C and D. Okay. So answer is A, only 1. Why only 1? Why not 2? Real interest rate takes into account inflation. So inflation, what is again, I'll come back to this basic rule now. Nominal means it has nothing to do with what is the inflation or what is the base rate. See here. Real is always concerned with the base year, base rate. Everything is base over there. But in nominal, no base. Okay. There is one thumb rule for always real and nominal. Nominal means today's GDP. In terms of GDP also we have the same thing. Nominal GDP and real GDP. Nominal GDP means today's GDP, today's prices. Real GDP means today's GDP, yesterday's prices or base year's prices. Okay. Same logic over here. Nominal rate means no inflation, nothing. Whatever the rate is, take it as it is. Real rate means today's rate, but subject to the comparison with the base year. What is the base rate? Base year, it depends on government to government. Presently, The base year for CPI and WPI is 2012. Okay, so that is considered as a base year, and real interest rates are based on that. Okay, so that's why the answer is A. Real interest rates are nominal interest rates adjusted for inflation. So nominal minus inflation equals to real rate. Okay, in case of nominal rates are 4% and inflation is 3%, then the real rate is only 1%, right? Because 4 minus 3, inflation is subtracted. Okay, so this was the third part of our discussion. Now I'll come back to this code Y432, how to use this code. Everything about this class I have told you. Join fast this class. How to use this code, that I'll show you now, because that will reduce your fees. This is very important. Money is important for you. So how to reduce that fees? Okay, let's see this. Say this. I'll go live on Adda247. Go live on this and check this. Okay, now on this site, on the front page itself, you'll see this banking JAIIB CAIIB. Click on JAIIB CAIIB. Once you click on this CAIIB, then you'll get the batches. See these batches. Click on this batch, selection batch. Remember this, selection batch. This is the batch we are focusing on, and this is the batch which has started today. Now the details, you'll get everything. Whatever are the details of this, see this, all these details over here. You can read them. I have also given it over here also in short. 35 plus hours of ABM, BFM, two-way interactive classes, mocks and ebooks, 24/7 recorded videos, and importantly the fees now 13299. View offers. Click on the offers. What happens? Let's see. See, this code is Y432, right? Apply this code. Let's see. See this. It is 77% off. Means the fees of 13299 reduced to 3058. And once you clear CIB, this 3058 will be recovered in how many months? What is the monthly increment roughly? Roughly 1300. So 13 into 3, 39. In third month you recover everything. Whatever you get later throughout your career is yours. So go for this as fast as possible. Okay, so I'll stop over here and I'll meet again tomorrow with